Welcome to another episode of OBH Sports. This episode is sponsored by Snubbed Coffee. Head over to snubbedcoffee.com or snubbedrecords.com. Takes you to the same place. Click on coffee. Buy some coffee. It's good shit. Our signature roast, Punk Roast, is single origin from Medellin, Colombia. Same place you get your cocaine. So Snubbed Coffee. Get some coffee.
You ready, champ?
I've been ready for this my whole life.
Then you take us out on feet.
Do you not have a wine opener?
No, I do. I'm having a hard time getting the fucking wrapping off of it so I can get to the core.
Oh, you need a knife, bro. You got a knife?
I know. I'm using the sharp spirally part.
Oh, yeah. Or you got to get one of those things. You know, they make these little plastic things that gets the top off. Have you ever seen them?
I think I've seen them.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You got to get you one of those.
Yeah. I just don't drink wine enough to give a fuck.
What kind you got?
Apothic Red.
It's all right.
It's all right. Yeah. It's all good. Right. It's good for just whatever. I'm not a wine person. The only differences I know between wine is some are red and some are white, and I hate the white ones. So,
it goes with seafood.
I don't know the difference between a Pinot Noir and a Merlot or a fucking Shiraz.
Well, Merlot's
red. It all tastes the same to me.
Merlots are garbage. Don't drink those.
Yeah. Well,
at least that's what the people who are all into wine say.
This is a blend.
Yeah, the Apothic Red for a cheap red blend. Apothic Red, not terrible.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Wine will give you the worst fucking hangover of all time.
Not if you drink seltzer.
Red doesn't for me. White will. I don't know. I don't know if I could drink enough white to even get drunk before I just have to stop drinking.
Which it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's only good with certain seafoods. Like
white wine is the cheese rolling of the wine world.
Like a linguine or like angel hair pasta, clams in a like white wine garlic sauce goes really well with certain white wines.
No, that is very good.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it makes white wine taste better when you eat a bite of that and then take a sip of it. It does.
I do like what's that German sweet wine?
Not Moscato.
No.
I mean, that didn't sound German, but
yeah, that sounded Italian.
Yeah, probably. But that's the only sweet wine that I know of.
Oh, Riesling.
Riesling.
Oh, yeah. Well, Riesling is
I like Riesling. And I like Manischewitz.
No one likes Manischewitz.
Manischewitz is the shit.
It's gas station wine.
Is it just because it's featured? It's just because it's featured in a NoFX song?
Is it?
Well, not.
Oh yeah, drinking Manischewitz. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not why. It's featured in a NoFX song because it's gas station wine.
We used to have Manischewitz at my grandmother's house all the time for like holidays for some reason, and I liked it as a kid because it tastes like fucking juice.
Yeah, it's gas station wine.
Yeah, man. But I'm not anti-Semitic like Matt, so I will not talk ill of Manischewitz.
We're gonna have to cut this part off. We can't let the world know that.
No.
It's the blood of
be canceled.
The Holy Spirit or whatever. I don't know. Right?
No, Jews do not believe in the Holy Spirit.
Manischewitz and Ritz crackers. Right.
I believe, yeah.
I don't know how this works.
It was an apostle or something.
The Holy Spirit and saints are why people hate Catholics. That's why we're on the KKK's list as well as Jews.
Oh, that's cool.
Because they think that we're like, I don't know, heretics. Because we have saints and the Holy Spirit is like a ghost, so they think that we worship ghosts.
It's the whole thing's kind of a bit. I can only comment on it because I'm supposed to be Catholic. My family's Catholic.
Yeah,
but,
same.
I've been to it a couple times, so
it's wacky. It's interesting
weird.
if you learn. It's kind of cool in a way because it's just so crazy. But
it is, and I read the book like quite a few times. I'm pretty well versed in the book, but that's about where it ends.
Yeah. Once I was assaulted by a nun, I kind of lost faith.
Mean bitches, dude. Mean bitches. My mother went to a
Hey, look,
fucking
look at my
Catholic
shirt.
school.
Nuns Gone Wild.
Yeah. Nuns Gone Wild. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I got
her. That's Sister Colette
that's
on
her.
your fucking shirt.
That's Sister Colette right there. Nuns Gone Wild. Yeah.
Motherfucker. Having flashbacks.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom went to a Catholic school, and there was nothing but shitty stories from there.
Yeah, I got the last of them, I think, because that was third grade, and they were also all still nuns. Catholic school in South Philly.
Dude, you never met a group of people that needed to get laid so
Oh my
bad.
god, I know.
Fuck.
Brutal.
Big bitch Mike Tyson me from the fucking blind side. Just fucking sucker punched me.
You don't even have to ask what they're so mad at. You know.
Yeah.
You do know. You really do.
You know.
Fucking Nuns Gone Wild. Shout out Nick Murray.
Cheese rolling.
Cheese rolling.
Oh, cheese roll. Yeah.
So I
What
work
a
with
sport.
a guy I work with at my second job that I just introduced him to this podcast. He started listening to it. He liked it. He listened to the Quidditch one and he was dying. He loved it. He said it was great.
Nice.
And I was like, oh yeah, our next episode is going to be cheese rolling. And he's like, what's cheese rolling? And I was like, I sent him the link to the video and everything. Cheese rolling has brought so much joy to my life, and being able to share to be able to share cheese rolling with people, like my eyes light up. I'm like, you don't know what cheese rolling is?
Yeah.
And like I have the link already saved and ready to go. Like cheese rolling is so cool.
You will know now.
Yep. Cheese rolling on one. Go.
Cheese rolling.
What kind of cheese do they use? I couldn't figure it out from the videos I was watching.
They said, hold on. I had tried to remember that, but I will look it up.
The thing I want to know is if anybody has ever gotten injured from the wheel of cheese at the bottom of the hill.
Well, probably. I say yes, people get
I mean,
people
it's a
get
heavy ass
injured.
wheel of cheese. Like,
So it says right here, it's 7 to 9 pounds. So it's 7 to 9
Oh.
pounds. It's tearing ass down the hill.
dude,
like
it's tearing ass.
it's tearing
Yeah.
ass down the hill. Like by the time it's halfway down, it's at full sprint. But people get hurt all the time chasing it. Like I saw one that it was such a gross injury, they immediately covered the guy with a blanket like he was dead.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. I've seen those videos. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's the cheese is double Gloucester,
Okay.
Double gloss. Oh man.
and
I
it's
mean-
decorated with ribbons.
Could you imagine getting thwacked, and that's the correct word, in the head by a wheel of cheese that's 7 to 9 pounds?
I know.
Whack!
Yeah. You know, unsuspecting victim at the bottom of the hill and just thwack.
You know what I think of? Everyone has it. I mean, it's going on for hundreds of years, right? It's as old as time, but I think no one has the right mindset. They're trying to chase the cheese down the hill, which is it's humanly impossible. It looks like though the person that crosses the line first wins. So it's just like a regular race. You don't have to like catch the cheese. But I would get right next to the person whose name we should find out, the person who actually rolls the cheese. You assume it's the cheese roller. And as soon as that motherfucker rolls that thing, I would dive out and just grab the cheese, right? And then just roll down the hill the rest of the way with the cheese.
But I mean, like,
you don't like when a catcher, like it's a little foul tip, the catcher dives and catches foul tip. It's the same principle. I would just dive my ass out there, have the cheese, and then I can just make my way down.
wouldn't that kind of almost be like trying to grab the center's hand in football before he snaps the ball, or as he snaps the ball?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to have like some serious cat-like reflexes.
Bro, look at me. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cat like.
If anyone's gonna do it, it's me.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
I just gotta do some crunches and limber up a little bit.
Well, well, Travis. For those people out in the world who have no idea what cheese rolling is, since you have been doing all this diligent video studiage of cheese rolling, would you care to elaborate for the ignorant?
Yes, educate us.
So in a nutshell, it starts at the top of a very steep uneven hill. I mean, there are holes, not holes, but there are, like high points, low points, all sorts. Then there's a line at the bottom. About 10 yards past that line, which is the finish line, there's either like a brick wall or a hay, or like bales of hay. And like, there's a guy with, I would say, maybe 20 to 50 people per heat at the top of the hill. They roll the cheese down the hill, and the person that catches the cheese and gets across the finish line first wins that wheel of cheese. And it seems like that wheel of cheese and a certificate is the commonplace for the winner. It's not much. And meanwhile, people are just eating shit all the way down. I mean,
Like
the
bad.
people that see like bad, like, I mean,
Real
grossly
bad.
just like, it's a really steep hill. So the people that seem to do the best are like the really in shape guys who can get about 5 full sprint steps in, and then they fall, but with control. Like, bam, they're like barrel rolling down the hill, and then they can get their feet back under them for a little bit, and bam, they're barrel rolling down the hill. And the best part is when they get down to the finish line, so they don't hurt themselves by slamming into the barrier, they have a fucking rugby team at the bottom. I mean, just blasting these guys. I mean, just laying these people out for their own protection, so they don't kill themselves running in full sprint to the wall.
But sometimes
And-
not for their own protection. The people who are
Sometimes,
last
yeah.
in the race, who didn't get fucked up coming down the hill, the rugby team is there to fuck them up.
That is also true.
Yeah.
It is hilarious to watch. I love it.
It is. It is one of the most fun and captivating things to watch on the face of the planet. Like if you're a person who's into seeing like car accidents on film, and let's be honest, most of us are, you will love cheese rolling.
Yeah, I mean, some of
It's a
the way these
blast.
people fall down, it's like rag dolls. Some of them, it's just, it's quite amazing. It really is a really steep hill.
It's steep
And-
enough to have like a skier mentality. Like, you know
Yes.
how like they say like, oh, if you're skiing and you eat shit, just let all your limbs go numb, so or go loose or whatever. It's like the same thing. They're just fucking flailing around,
So you get the cheese if you win. Is that the whole thing?
You get the cheese and
Okay.
a certificate saying you got the cheese.
All right, now this sport makes sense to me, because at first I was like, why are these people doing this?
For the cheese.
But and it's like stuff like this is what gives white people a bad name. I mean, and the Ku Klux Klan, but mostly stuff like this.
I disagree. I think it's innovative.
I mean, the people who have figured out to go down the hill well and win the race and not get fucked up are performing some sort of like athletic feat of such.
I would do it for a wheel of Parmesan. I would.
But what about the double? What is it? What kind of
The
cheese?
Double
double
Gloucester?
Gloucester.
Double Gloucester. You're
I
not
don't know
in
what that is.
Oh,
It's-
bro.
It's Gloucester twice.
It's
It's
it's fair but strict.
is it a soft cheese or a hard cheese?
It rolls fast. I assume it's hard.
Oh,
'Cause
it's
I'm a
no,
hard cheese fan.
it's in the vein of the double Gloucester. Yeah. I mean the wheel weighs like 7 to 9 pounds. So
Because as the great Anthony Bourdain once said, if you don't like hard cheese, you don't like cheese.
That guy was great.
Yeah,
that's a
he's
solid
prophet.
that's a solid answer, Ron.
Yeah.
That's a solid answer.
And it comes from a very credible source, so we
Yes.
appreciate that.
I'm a fan of hard cheese. That
I eat Parmesan cheese, like, you know how you
Yeah.
could buy like grated and shit.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I also buy the shaved stuff,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
and I
love
eat it
that
like
shit.
out of like a snack out of the fucking container.
I like that.
That a boy.
I'm
Hell
into
yeah.
that. Yeah. I'm not even Italian and I'm into that.
Fuck yeah.
But I'm a crazy Dutch bastard, so you know.
You're Dutch.
I'm a fucking wild card, bro.
That's weird.
Yeah, primarily. I'm mostly Dutch. I'm like
What's
mostly
the,
Dutch, German, and English.
Is there a what is it called? Like derogatory nickname for the Dutch? The dykes?
Crazy bastard. Crazy bastard.
Crazy bastard. All right.
Yes, I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Wearing your out there wearing your fucking clogging shoes.
I don't wear fucking clogs.
Because we got Guinea, Dago, Wop.
Clogging shoes. Clogging shoes. The wooden ones.
Yeah, I may eat out of the garbage, but I don't wear wooden shoes, motherfucker.
There you go.
I've only ever seen the top half of you, so I can't say that you haven't.
True story. You don't.
I've never seen him wearing wooden shoes. I can attest to that.
All right, fine.
I do run like a Welshman. Even though that has nothing to do with the Welsh, but
Yeah,
Are you Welsh?
no. Well,
Okay.
well, it was thought that we were. I mean, kind of. Like the English side of my family was from somewhere in England and then went through Wales for a while and then came back to England.
I heard Wales was the West Virginia of the UK.
Yeah, that's 100% fact.
Or the Maine.
Yeah,
Red.
more.
That was for red.
More like. I think Wales is probably closer to West Virginia. I mean, they're so close though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sorry, I just turned my VPN on to try and I'm trying to pull up the.
So this cheese rolling is in Gloucester, England. I don't know if it's anywhere else. Is it just
It's Scottish.
Every video that
It's
I
a
watched-
Scottish thing.
I thought it was English.
I'm pretty sure it's a Scottish thing. Maybe I'm wrong.
The one I've watched several that were in England.
I think the Scottish started it.
I don't think it's. I think multiple countries do it. I don't think it's because I
Yeah.
definitely watched a 10-minute highlight clip that was in England, and everyone had the teeth to prove it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Why are teeth so long over there?
I know somebody who lives there, and they were saying that they have universal health care, and there's really long waits for medical stuff, but the waits for dental stuff is like ridiculously long. So nobody goes unless they have like a really, really crazy problem. Like there's no 6-month teeth cleanings.
That's apparent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought cheese rolling was a Scottish thing. It's totally not. I don't know why I thought that.
The Scots can't cheese roll in kilts, man. Then it would be X-rated.
There may have been pagan origins to cheese rolling, apparently. Yeah. This goes back.
The
So how
logistics of a guy running down the hill in a kilt with like nothing holding everything together sounds awful.
Cheese rolling
does.
it's believed to be at least 600 years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
What if that first roll of cheese is still around? That'd be some good shit. I would eat that.
What the fuck kind of cheese were they making 600 years ago?
Not double
That's
Gloucester,
what I
since
wanna
that
know.
wasn't a thing.
From under.
Dude, 600-year-old sharp cheddar. Could you imagine?
There was double Old Testament.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, I need
Jesus saw this cheese.
the fucking 2 fingers of Old Testament. Thank you.
You could still take some from the very middle and probably still be okay. Of the cheese wheel. Of the 600-year-old cheese wheel.
Oh yeah. I don't care. I mean, cheese is aged, right? That's how it gets better. So yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
When we used to when I worked at the A&P, which is the name of a grocery store chain in New York, at nights we would take a big roll of Parmesan and we would set up bowling pins and we would roll. So I guess it was a form of cheese rolling, but we never chased after it. It was just bowling with a cheese roll.
It's grocery store cheese rolling.
And then we'd put it back up for sale in the
It's a sport. I'll allow it.
this is a champion cheese wheel. It's $5 more.
Oh man. What fucking cheese rolling. It is seriously some of the most fun TV to watch on the face of the planet.
It's crazy.
It's so
people who get
entertaining.
hurt. It's just like some of the injuries, like the head injuries, you could see people's like necks doing things that necks are not supposed to do for cheese. God bless them.
It's more violent than soccer, baseball, basketball.
It is.
All those things put together. Like,
for sure.
I mean, those guys are basically fighting the ground at one point.
Yeah, I mean, they're real warriors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those
People
are
come
Earth's
over all
true
over the world.
warriors.
Yeah.
There's nobody's really sure where cheese rolling came from. But there's two possible origins that it's been narrowed down to. So the first is that it may have evolved from a requirement for maintaining grazing rights on the common. And the second is that there may be pagan origins for the custom of rolling objects down the hill. It is thought that bundles of burning brushwood were rolled down the hill to represent the birth of the new year after winter. Connected with this belief is the tradition that the scattering of buns, biscuits, and sweets at the top of the hill by the master of ceremonies. This is said to be a fertility rite to encourage the fruits of the harvest.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So either way, whatever. Cheese rolling has persisted for what is thought to be about 600 years.
Fuck yeah.
Man has been motivated by cheese for 600 years.
Hell yeah.
So this may be one of the oldest sports that's still traditionally played on the planet. It may be.
I mean,
I don't know when lacrosse was invented, but
jousting is the Maryland state sport, as I've said before.
Oh, but I guess jousting go back more than 600 years. Yeah.
And mentioning that just reminds me that the Renaissance Festival starts in 3 weeks.
Yeah, the big Maryland one, right?
Which means no driving to Annapolis in the morning because traffic is ridiculous. Yes.
And they do sports there like jousting. I don't know if they do other sports, but they do that one. Hey, Ron, Travis and I were talking a little bit about this earlier. Did you see that your Mets closer got traded to Travis's Marlins?
I did not see that.
Robertson.
Oh, really?
And then right after he got traded the next day, Max Scherzer in an interview the next morning was like, what? They traded our closer? I have to have a talk with fucking upper management. Like he's talked all this, and then the next day he gets traded to the Rangers.
Yeah.
But then Robertson last night, his first night with the Marlins, fucking secures a gnarly 9th inning for a fucking Marlins save and victory.
True story.
But strikeout on a fucking sick ass 12-6 curveball.
You're welcome.
Oh, dude. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And probably I mean your Mets are selling people off. It's happening.
I mean we're whatever. Dude, I have like I don't know. I'll never see a championship in pro sports I'll never ever. I know that I won't.
I don't.
The Mets and the Jets will never win a World Series or a Super Bowl as long as I'm
telling you right now, Ron. The Jets are going to be good this year.
I'm sure they will.
And you should have hope.
You know how hard it is to tell a Jet fan they should have hope?
Yes, I do. I do. One of the dudes in our fantasy league, Cassie.
That's like telling a cheese roller with one leg.
He's a lifelong Jets fan. I have had good friends who are Jets fans most of my life. I understand it. I have never said this about the Jets before. This is not something I have ever spoken about the Jets. They made the right moves. False. They made the right moves in the offseason.
I will admit that this is the 1 year in a long time that I'm more excited than normal. Normal is zero excitement for the Jets season.
They were as good as they were last year for the first half of the season with no quarterback, and they had a really good running game. But when Breece Hall got injured, they had no more offense, and they couldn't overcome that. But they played in a lot of close games.
They did.
Literally no offense.
It's true.
They revamped their offensive line. They have solid receivers and Aaron Rodgers, and their defense hasn't changed. The Jets are going to be a lot better than people think they're going to be.
I hope
Two
you're
They
right.
have
people on
fucking
their
Aaron Rodgers. They have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, yeah.
Aaron
two people on
fucking
their
Rodgers.
defense alone. On their defense alone, fucking Quinnen Williams. Like, that dude is fucking unbelievable. Like, unbelievable. And Sauce, like, yeah, they're going to be good.
They have
I
a
just
top five
want
quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
he
just want
looks
the Patriots
weird.
to be in last place.
They're going.
They have to be. They will be. There's no doubt about it.
Going to be. That's not even a question.
It's the other three teams besides for the Patriots in that division are going to be very scary for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Dude, just quarterbacks alone. Two.
There's one thing
quarterbacks.
because Travis and I could definitely agree on fuck the Patriots.
Yeah.
Fuck them in the air.
I mean, Tua, Aaron Rodgers, and Josh Allen, and you're telling me that Mac Jones is supposed to keep up with that?
Kid's a fucking bum.
Give me a fucking break. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe already the dirtiest player in NFL history.
He is. It's so aggravating.
Is he really?
Like, you
Dude,
can't be dirty and not good. Like,
How is he dirty?
He's been in the NFL for 2 years, and he has already like kicked several people in the nuts, stomped on people while he's standing up.
Really?
Oh, dude, like repeatedly, over and over and over. Yeah.
Out of temper tantrums too, out of the fact that he's getting his ass beat on the field, so he's all pissed off about it, so he's being an asshole. It's the worst type of dirty.
I don't understand how, like Albert Hainsworth was a douchebag, but he did that shit one time and was demonized forever. There's other players who have done all shit that Mac Jones has done like one time. Mac Jones has in 2 seasons has like 13 or 14 incidences of doing the same thing that some of these people got demonized for doing one time.
Damn.
Listen.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I would be super fucking pissed if my name was McCorkle too. His name is fucking McCorkle Jones. McCorkle Jones. Okay?
McCorkle?
It's McCorkle. I'm not making this up. I believe it's his middle name, but it's Mac. But Mac stands for McCorkle. His name's fucking McCorkle. Like, what's a guy supposed to do with that? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, he was slapping balls before he got to the NFL with that name, wasn't he?
I'm like curious why Bailey Zappi hasn't already been like named their quarterback and Mac Jones like thrown to the curb. Like if I was, it's got to be an ownership decision, I guess. Because if I'm Belichick, Belichick,
I can't believe he's still there.
Known for like putting up with shit that Mac Jones does. Like,
Yeah.
And Bailey Zappi has played every bit as good as Mac Jones has without all the controversial bullshit. It's not like that. It's like other players in the NFL are already like starting to talk shit about Mac Jones and how much of a little bitch and fucked up dude he is and dirty ass player he is. So it's not just like the media; it's like players. That's one of the only reasons why I'm calling his ass out.
Do it.
Oh, yeah.
We see you, McCorkle.
Yeah. When the media says shit, you just stirring up clicks or watches or anything. But when players say it, that's a different fucking story. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of players who are on record saying shit like that. Yeah.
Remember when he got blasted against Oakland to end the game?
Yes, I do. And fumbled.
They were trying to be cute, running that play, that kind of rugby-esque play and laterals and shit. And God, that guy threw it. It was beautiful. And then he was like, "I'm gonna try and tackle him." I was like, "Bam!" I'm pretty sure the imprint of his body is still like they drew a chalk line around his body, so they can always remember where it was.
Ron, did you see that that text I sent the group OBH?
No
text earlier today. So in this order, the hardest MLB, so the top 4 for the remainder of the MLB season.
Oh, I saw that. I saw
toughest schedules. Yeah.
Yep.
Colorado's number 1. The Nats are number 2. The Marlins are number 3, and the Mets are number 4. So all our teams have a shitty schedule the rest of the way.
I mean, we could be playing T-ball for the rest of the season, and we'd be fucking out of it. So,
and you and I, it doesn't really matter because we're
Yeah.
not making the playoffs anyways. But Travis's team has a shot.
We got the Braves. We got 3 games left with the Braves, 2 with the Rays. We got it looks like 2 series with the Dodgers. We see Texas, we see Houston, we see the fucking Reds. Yeah. Pittsburgh can get hot. We say them.
Dude, we have 7 games left against the Braves and 6 games left against the Dodgers. Ugh.
damn.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I'm glad we got.
Hold on. Oh, sorry. 3 against the Dodgers. My bad. Not 6. Yeah, we have 7 games left against the Braves, 3 against the Dodgers, 3 against the Reds, 2 against the Orioles, 3 against the Blue Jays, and 6 against the Brewers. Ugh.
Brewers can be hit or miss, though, man.
Fucked. Maybe we can play spoiler.
Yeah, but you also got the A's in there. That should be 3 wins.
Yeah, we got the A's, Pirates. We got a few bad teams, but we have 6 really good teams and 4 like.
I'm glad we got the Orioles completely out of the way. I'm not thrilled to see that team on the schedule.
I think the Orioles are winning the World Series this year.
And they're going to get
awesome.
damn fucking close, dude. Like,
because they're doing what they're doing right now without their starting center fielder and leadoff hitter Cedric Mullins.
It's stupid how good that team is.
It's like their bench is battling for starting time now because their bench is so good that some of the starters are being taken out for some of the bench players because the bench players are outperforming them. And it's just like, fuck, like,
what are we even doing here?
I know. Like Ryan Mountcastle, who is a fantastic first baseman and great power hitter, was injured for a while. And the guy that replaced him, Ryan O'Hearns, has been so good in the field and at the plate that he took over first base for a guy who is like a top 10 first baseman in the majors. And so they basically have like 2 top 10 first basemen in the majors right now. Yeah.
Wow.
And the craziest thing is it came out of fucking nowhere because they were absolute dog shit in recent years. Like,
not last year they weren't.
No, they were a little better, but before that, I mean, they were awful.
After the All-Star break last year, they hit the ground running and almost made the playoffs. Like they were so good and they this year they started right off where they ended last year. Yeah. I think crazy. the O's are the team to beat in the majors right now.
Yeah.
I don't think many teams can handle them very well.
I mean, are the Reds still really hot right now?
Yes, the Reds are. Honestly, I think we may see a Reds-Orioles World Series this year.
Wow.
Dude, nobody can beat them.
Pulling up our standings right now.
Me too.
Ellie De La Cruz is a one-man fucking wrecking crew.
That dude
He's
is
unstoppable.
Where did this kid even come from? This kid is fucking a freak.
Yeah.
He is a goddamn freak.
You know, remember I told you in that game he saw second, third, and home in the same game or whatever?
Yeah.
My Nats shortstop, CJ Abrams, the guy we talking about, he did that shit last night. Even though we lost against the Mets, but he did it. He stole second, third, and home last night.
That's good.
Yeah. But Ellie De La Cruz, Ron, if you haven't watched this dude,
I haven't.
Like he's a rookie this year. He spent like the first like 27 games in the minors and then got called up and has just dominated the major leagues.
Nice.
Like he's a 6'5" shortstop with power and speed, and you cannot stop him. And his baseball IQ is through the roof. And he's a switch hitter.
Wow.
Like, yeah. He's got like the strongest arm in baseball. He's like the fastest dude in baseball. He's 6'5". He's like one of the best power hitters. Like he's unstoppable.
Unbelievable. And a super, super fluid, like just a gorgeous swing. An absolute gorgeous swing. He's
unstoppable.
A lot of fun to watch.
And ever since he got called up to the Reds have been the best team in baseball.
Nice.
And then, all right, so we got Baltimore here. Baltimore is the best team in the entire American League, has the best record.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, Cincinnati, well,
I'm telling you,
that'd be
they're
a good
unstoppable.
matchup, dude.
Both teams are
Actually,
unstoppable. You can't
if-
beat them. They're solid from start to finish.
I think it's going to be the Braves, though. It's probably going to be the Braves and the Orioles.
I mean, maybe the Braves are good. They're unstoppable too. They are.
They're a juggernaut this year, dude. Like, for real.
It comes down to who's got better pitching between the Braves and Cincinnati. Probably the Braves.
Probably the Braves. Spencer Strider is an absolute knockout, dude.
Yeah, probably the Braves. But Ellie De La Cruz is unstoppable. Like there's not a pitcher in the majors right now who can get the ball by him.
It looks like he's up. He's looked like he's having batting practice every at bat.
Yep. Yeah. It doesn't matter what they throw at him. He's just like whack, whack. He's C-ball, hit ball.
He does not make soft contact.
Nope.
Every time he touches the baseball, it is fucking momentous.
I mean, he's been in the major leagues for less than a season, and he's like already like the best player in the major leagues.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Dude.
It is
crazy.
It's insane.
So you never heard of Fond du Lac because it's in Wisconsin.
That makes
not
sense.
Florida.
There you go.
Do they dip cheese in there?
Probably.
Yeah, it's in Wisconsin. It
Which
sounds like you do.
State.
It sounds like you do, and it's in Wisconsin. So
Matt and I are gonna leave our significant others and buy a place in Wisconsin.
That's right. Become heterosexual life mates and move to Wisconsin.
It's my new favorite state. I've been there for like 3 days, and it was my new favorite state.
Yeah, that place fucking rules.
Yeah,
they say that's where fondue was created or invented. Fond du Lac.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, I'm watching the Green Bay Rockers versus the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders.
Oh, that's bitching.
Yeah,
The Dock
0-0.
Spiders.
The Dock Spiders. Yeah.
I can't wait for baseball playoffs, man.
Oh, it's the best, dude. That's always the best time of year because baseball is at its peak in the playoffs. Football season is just starting. I'm the happiest, Trav.
Best month of the year for sports. Best month
of the year for sports.
What's I don't know why I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now, but the Marlins lefty pitcher. It starts with a B, I think. What's his last name?
A starter?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Luzardo?
No. Lefty, tall, white dude.
Braxton Garrett?
Yeah, Braxton Garrett.
Yeah.
That dude is an outstanding fucking pitcher.
He's had a great season. He's really had a great season.
Yeah,
he was cool because I got to watch him. I followed him accidentally. Like I used to watch him. He used to be a Jupiter Hammerhead. I saw him pitch AAA, and you kind of see him work up through kind of work up through and then make it to where he was. And then just his growth, because he was kind of like a relief pitcher when he first came up for us and just kind of dabbled here. And then he earned a starting role. He's been very, very good. And we need that since Sandy has been kind of like Sandy now is just starting to have good outings. And he spent the first half of the season just getting rocked. But other than Sandy, our starting pitching's been pretty good. That kid Yuri Perez that came up that they sent back down when Sandy came back, did a fucking phenomenal job. Just a phenomenal job. So we've been lucky. We've been lucky this year.
How many games out of first place are you guys?
I'll tell you right now, we're in second. So let's see. It's always hard when the Braves are in your division. So
11 and a half.
We're in 11 and a half games back and in second place.
What about in the wild card?
We are in the wild card. We are. We're the second spot in the wild card. Trailed by Milwaukee. There's like 7 teams that are all right there in like a wild card cluster. San Francisco, Miami, Milwaukee, Philly, Arizona, Chicago, San Diego.
Yeah, what a disappointment San Diego's been.
Yeah.
I bet they're super happy right now that they traded all of their best prospects for Juan Soto.
It's ridiculous.
I remember Washington fans being so pissed last year, and I was like, you guys should be happy that San Diego just gave us all these motherfuckers for a dude that's hitting 246.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? And Wants her to turn down a fucking 10-year, $400 million contract from the Nationals to be the bet. Actually, maybe it was more than. No, I think it was 15 years, 440 million. But anyways, it was the largest contract in MLB history, and he turned it down. He said, "No, fuck you, I'm out." And so we said, "Okay, we'll trade you." And I don't think he's going to get that contract.
No.
That's that fucking Harper syndrome, dude.
With how he finished last season and how he's doing this season, unless he is the MVP next year, I don't think he's going to get anything close to what the Nats offered him.
Why don't these kids learn? It happens every time. That's what Bryce did. He turned. It was like 330 million. I forget the exact number, but
he got he got a better deal from the Phillies, but like he hasn't lived up to it.
No, of course not, and they never do, and it's fucking embarrassing.
He got from the Nationals. He was offered the largest contract in MLB history at the time from the Nationals as well. It was 10 years, 300 million, but it was deferred over like 40 years. So he would have been getting paid till he was like 60 years old from the Nationals.
That sounds familiar as a Mets fan.
Yeah. Bobby Bonilla.
Bobby Bonilla,
who I think is still
July 1st.
Oh yeah,
he is.
He's still
a million.
July 1st.
A million every July 1st. Yep. But the best thing, MLB history, the best thing is when Bryce Harper turned that down, went to the Phillies, and then the Nationals won the World Series that year. That makes me happier than any other thing ever. That makes me happier than anything.
The contract that Harper got from the Phillies was $330 million guaranteed in 10 years. And so he basically got $30 million more from the Phillies than the Nationals were going to give him, but the Nationals had deferred it like over, a 40-year period or something or whatever it was. He was going to get paid till he was like 60 years old. Regardless of anything that happened, it was all guaranteed. The whole thing was completely guaranteed. $300 million guaranteed through his age 60 lifespan. But now the Phillies guaranteed that entire $330 million. And so they're on the hook for that. And is Bryce Harper a player that deserves that amount of money? Like what's
290 average right now?
Yeah,
290 average.
How many homers?
I'm pulling it up. But all they have talked about, and I'm watching them because they're playing the Marlins right now, so I'm watching it. Mm-hmm. And all you hear about him is how lackluster his performance has been this year. So let's see.
Well, they moved him to first.
Five home runs, 31 RBIs.
They moved him to fucking first base too, and because they can't find a place for him in the field, and he's not good enough to be the DH.
How old is he?
Not 30 yet.
No,
he's still in his 20s.
I would say so.
Wow. So Bobby Bonilla, 1.19 million. Guess when that runs out?
At the end of either this year or next year.
False. No? Until 2035.
Holy
shit.
2035.
From 2011 till 2035.
How much annually
million.
Still?
1.19 million. Every July 1st through 2035.
Holy shit. That dude gets $1.19 million annually from the Mets till 2035.
Yep.
That is insane.
That's a great way to structure a contract too.
He might not even live till 2035.
No.
I'm going to ask that guy if I can borrow $5 because I can use it and he won't miss it.
Crazy.
Bryce Harper
is living like a goddamn king.
Hell yeah. That's the way to do it, man. Because even if you're bad at money, you can't, you know that million's coming.
He's got a financier. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't work. He just chills and does whatever he fucking wants. Yeah, and collects a paycheck and has a financier who makes sure he's got money in the bank and Yeah,
good for him, man, for structuring it like that, man. That's cool.
He had a good agent or he himself is smart.
Harper's 30.
Okay. Oh, Harper is 30. Okay.
And his wife's kind of busted.
Well, she was a soccer player.
Was she?
Maybe
USA?
No, I don't think she played for Team USA. They went to the same college.
Oh, okay.
But they're Mormons too. So I don't know if they are anymore, but they were at the time.
Do they have
Bunch
like
of door
17 kids?
knockers.
I don't think they have a ton of kids. Actually, I don't think they have any kids.
The fuck kind of Mormon is that?
I know.
Well, I don't think they're.
Mormonism.
I don't know if they're practicing.
Yeah,
Philip Rivers just had like his 17th kid or something.
Yeah,
that's a good Mormon right there.
That's a good Mormon. Just Mormoning up the place.
Oh, the Mormanity. Mormons aren't known for the amount of kids they have. They're known for the amount of wives they have. Therefore, having a solid amount of kids. Because if you have 8 wives,
Yeah,
yeah, you're bound to have
that's right.
a number of children.
We know that's not all Mormons. Relax. Calm the fuck down.
This is how
We're already getting emails come through.
Yeah,
no Mormons listen to our podcast.
I know.
That's a new goal, though. We could reach out to the Mormon population.
Hey, yeah, we're huge in Utah.
Provo.
Not a sport to be seen. Oh wait, I guess they got basketball.
Jazz,
Yeah,
which is the worst name for a team in fucking Utah.
I've never thought about that. That's terrible.
Well, it's because they came from New Orleans.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I think
like the Lakers in LA
Came from Minnesota.
Yeah,
yeah.
This is
I don't know why they didn't change the fucking name.
I know.
It's like the dumbest thing ever. We're going to take a team from Minneapolis to LA.
Yeah, Lakers and the
All the
Jazz are
Lakers.
the worst 2 team names considering where they are.
Yeah. We're going to take them to Los Angeles, but we're not going to.
The Jazz their name should be the Mayonnaise. That's what that should be.
oh, the mayonnaise is spicy.
The Utah Mayonnaise.
The
Utah Deviled Eggs.
it should just be the Utah Plains.
Yeah.
Raisins in the potato salad.
Oh, fuck you for even saying that.
I hate potato salad, so I can
I
make
hate
fun of it
raisins.
however I want. I don't like raisins either, but I don't like potato salad.
You
I don't
cannot
like.
put raisins in that.
You can't. There's fucking mayonnaise in there. That's why I hate it, because I fucking hate mayonnaise. But like, fucking think it. That's disgusting.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Raisins are the devil's fruit.
Yeah,
It ruins
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, God, they're awful.
They're terrible. Oh, they're the worst.
Like pumpkin bread is the best thing in the world. You add raisins, it's the worst thing.
Well, yeah, it's the worst thing in the world. Yeah.
Listen, this is just another example of humanity just going too far too fast. Like the grape is perfect.
Yep.
It's a perfect thing,
Yeah.
and you had to go fucking dry it out.
Yeah,
and
it's called
but
garbage.
You know what?
It's called bad grapes.
It's
But
bullshit.
you know what?
Yeah,
It's not even dried fruit, Travis, because a craisin, a dried cranberry, is an amazing thing.
Mhm.
Craisins are amazing. Raisins are the fucking worst thing that has ever been created on the face of the goddamn planet.
is that what a craisin is? It's a
A
dried cranberry.
Cranberry.
Yeah. And they're great.
I just thought it was a crazy raisin.
No. They're dried cranberries.
Now to give raisins a little bit of a defense. One of my favorite meals is called picadillo, and it's a Cuban dish. It's got shredded beef. This is going to sound disgusting, but I'm telling you, it's good. It's got shredded beef. It's got the green, what's it called? Those olives, the Spanish olives, and there's raisins in it.
Beef, green olives, and raisins.
Yeah, Cuban picadillo. It's really, really fucking good.
I would eat it.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
I don't like raisins. I don't like
raisins.
raisins, but I don't like raisins.
It's good.
As long as there's not mayonnaise in it, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. I don't eat mayonnaise either.
I fucking hate it.
I'm a mustard man.
Spicy mustard all day long on a sandwich.
Yeah.
I mean, I love both those things, but I don't understand how you guys don't eat mayonnaise at all.
No.
Ever.
If I loved mayonnaise, I'd be 800 pounds. I think. I think that saved me from like already.
Mine's
being
not
dead.
even.
It's not liking mayonnaise.
Mine's not even a health thing. It's just fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't understand how it must be an Italian thing.
Maybe. Now, if I
Has
order
to
like
be.
if somebody orders a sub with a whole bunch of shit on it and mayonnaise is one of the ingredients, I'll eat it and it's fine.
Because you guys are white people.
but I'll never add mayonnaise
And-
myself to something.
And we love mayonnaise. So you
Yeah,
guys, it's got to be the Italian thing.
Well, Italians aren't white, so
That's that's kind of my point. Yeah.
it's funny. Like I always thought, I still consider myself a white dude, but my black friends have always historically been like, "You're not white, you're Italian," and I never even thought there would be a difference. But to the black community,
Yeah.
shout out black people, Italians aren't white, they're Italian.
Yeah.
So
And that's cool, you know.
yeah,
Wonder if they know anything about cheese rolling.
no, they don't do cheese rolling because they have more things to worry about than chasing a fucking 9-pound ball of cheese down a hill.
It's like the same rules.
7 to 9 pounds.
Yeah, 7. Yeah. It's like the same rules as ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say nope.
You believe in ghosts, you guys?
There's one in my house.
I'm a person that I have to see it in order to believe it, but I'm leaning more towards yes, because like most people have at least felt things before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It depends on what you define a ghost as, I guess.
a spirit or maybe energy or maybe a full apparition.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm leaning more towards yes, but I haven't personally seen it. So I'm going to stay neutral on it.
I don't know what lives in my house, but there's something in this fucking house.
Tell them.
Ghosts.
It's a pretty crazy story.
Yeah,
Crazy
ghost,
stuff.
shadow person. I've told this story probably on this
Not
podcast.
an OBH
before.
Sports.
Not on OBH Sports, yeah. But there's a thing in my house. We see it all the time out the corner of our eye in the bathroom. Really likes the bathroom. Knocks on we got a glass shower door, sliding glass shower door. Knocks on that every once in a while. Sit in the living room,
Yeah.
just knock. See shit at the corner of your eye and win in reflections all the time. Shit jumps up on the bed sometimes. Like both me and Red have felt like what we thought was a cat jump up on the bed. So much so that we've like sat up in the middle of the night,
Mm.
you know, singularly.
That's happened to me my entire life.
Yeah, it's something's in this fucking house. We hear it walking around. Like shit makes noise. Shit jumps on the bed. Shit hits the bed. Shit like something. I don't know how to fucking explain it, but like when you wake up in the middle of the night sitting straight up, like a fucking cat jumped up on the bed.
Yeah.
And you're like, how did one of these stray cats get in the fucking house? And then there's nothing there, you know?
Yeah.
Because we do have stray cats outside, but yeah, like it's fucking weird, you know?
Yeah.
Like you feel something jump on the bed,
Yep.
like down by your feet. And you sit up and there's fucking nothing there and there's nothing in the bedroom. Like it fucks with your head.
It does.
It does. It's fucked
Yeah,
up.
I had my grandparents' house. My great grandfather and my grandfather both died in that house, and I remember I was going. They had like 2 refrigerators in the basement where they would keep, leftovers and like soda and shit like that. And I remember going down into that basement one night, and where my grandfather's workbench was, there was something on the wall, and I saw it. It looked like it was the shape of a person, and this is the back of the house. There was no windows in the basement on the front of the house. There's no like car shadows or whatever. And I remember walking down there and opening up the refrigerator and seeing a shadow of a person on the wall.
Yeah.
And looking at it, and then it just darted away.
Yeah.
And I tried to scream, and I couldn't even scream because I was frozen.
That's what that's what it is. Like,
Yeah.
It's like weird.
It was
just like
so
a
weird. I
form of a
I
shadow.
couldn't move. I couldn't run away.
Yeah.
I couldn't scream, even though I wanted to.
That's the same shit we see in the
Yeah.
fucking mirrors and the reflections and shit.
Yeah.
Like the thing loves the bathroom. Like when
Mhm.
I'm standing just like taking a piss in the bathroom, and like there's like a giant mirror to my left when I'm standing there, and like you'll see something move out of the fucking peripheral of your eye,
Yeah.
and for a split second, as you turn, it likes to fucking hang out behind you, and it's just like it's like the upper torso and shoulders and head of like just like black blurb, and it just shoots off like.
Yep.
Maybe when he or she or it was living, assuming that it had irritable bowel syndrome.
That could be it.
Maybe. I don't know
For
what
sure.
it is, but it loves the bathroom and hangs out there.
My wax stream right here.
Ooh,
Um,
fine specimen.
yeah, like as far as the bed thing too, when I was the first time that happened to me, as far as like something feeling like it was getting into bed, I was a kid and I was sleeping in my mother's bed with my brother, and she was in the living room waiting for my uncle and my uncles to come over. And I felt somebody's press the bed next to me. And I thought it was my uncle fucking with me, like he was going to try to scare me or something. So I remember I turned around real fast and there was nobody there. And that has happened to me. It happened to me the other night. It happens to me every couple of months since then. Like since I was a kid, it's like I'll feel like an impression in the bed, and there won't be anything there. And sometimes it's like super, super, like crazy. Like I don't know, it moves like a lot. Like where I remember once when I was in Hawaii, I thought my wife was at the time was fucking with me, and she was crawling up in the bed next to me, like to scare me as I was sleeping. And I turned around like real fast again. Nobody was there. And that shit.
Things
It's
haunt
weird.
people, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I think something's
to the
been following
places.
me since I was a kid. And I think it might be my great grandfather. And I think he fucks with people who fuck with me because my ex-wife, this is a fucked up. Okay. So my ex-wife was cheating on me in Hawaii, right? She went to this dock where there's no waves at all. It's like this really super calm area in Hawaii. And she was sitting on the dock, and all of a sudden a gigantic wave came and knocked her into the rocks and broke both of her knees.
Whoa.
Seriously?
Seriously. Because I remember I was getting divorced because she was cheating on me, and I had to call my superior, my chief petty officer, and I had to be like, "Look, I can't work this week because my wife broke both of her legs." And he was super quiet on the phone, and he was like, "Please tell me you didn't break your wife's legs." I was like, "No, I didn't do it." She was on a pier, and a huge wave came and knocked her into the ocean and broke both of her kneecaps, shattered her kneecaps. And shit happens to people who fuck with me. It's really weird.
Weird.
Like weird shit happens to people who fuck with me. So I think that my grandfather, who had mob ties, is
Oh yeah, we've
kind
talked
of
about
watching. Yeah, it's kind of watching over me.
That's no coincidence that it was kneecaps. If it was Don Sicosio and now she has broken kneecaps, are you kidding me? That's exactly who it is, bro. Listen, I need a couple favors.
I'll say some prayers for you. Just let me know the details, the date and the time.
There you go, bud. There you go. It's funny.
Nobody
It's funny
ever fucks with Ronnie Shakes.
that was you were in the Navy, right?
Yeah.
Or are in the so one of my good buddies, like good friend of mine, was in the Navy, and he came out of boot camp in A school, and like I just saw him the day he came in between, and he was fucking dying. He was like, "I've been waiting to tell you this for months." And he was like, they showed us this video about domestic abuse. And the video, he said it was so cheesy. He said that the guy comes home looking all frazzled home from work. And he's like, his wife's there like, "Oh, hey, honey, how you doing?" He's like, "What's for dinner?" She's like, "Oh, well, I got some cold cuts." And he was like, "Cold cuts," and just starts wailing on her. This cold cut. She's like, "I can make spaghetti. That's too late for that." And he said it was the cheat. What, domestic abuse is not funny. Don't write me emails. Like,
No, I know,
but
totally, yeah.
it was the most poorly done. And he said that just made his whole like A school or boot camp whenever he saw it.
Yep, I saw those, and they used to show us videos of people with the STDs, because yeah, they used to show us videos from Japan and Australia. Those are the two where like chicks will actually line up and wait for American ships to come into harbor. And some of the diseases they would show like all these pictures of like chlamydia and like herpes, like really gnarly cases.
So how long did it take you to get rid of these STDs?
Still working on it, man. Still working on it. It's funny, it was her kneecaps too. That just makes it think it was him even more.
It has to be. There's no way. It's too specific. And the fact that it was two kneecaps, I mean, he probably went and had like 7 fishes in heaven after that, dude. Like, that's the best story.
Yeah.
Best story I've ever told, and I can't wait to tell my dad. I cannot wait to tell my dad that. That was the best story I've ever heard.
Yeah, man.
My dad tells this story about his grandfather, my grandmother's father, and they were off the boat.
Yeah.
And it was always he had people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my dad he was riding in the car with him up in New York, and they were going down the street, and there was like a group of people that were like blocking the road. And they wouldn't get out of the way, and he honked. They wouldn't move. He had a black umbrella in his car, and he grabs an umbrella, for Christ's sake. It's just an umbrella. He goes out there, and he says he beats the shit out of this guy with this umbrella until they finally dispersed. And then he gets back in the car, and my dad, being like 8 years old, was just like, I guess that's normal, you know?
And that's how you
Generational
disperse
trauma.
a crowd.
Exactly. He's like, at that moment, I realized I wanted to be a firefighter and not a cop.
When is our draft?
Oh, yeah.
That hasn't been determined yet.
Okay.
I need to do that like ASAP.
Didn't we do it in August last year? Was it August, or did we do it like early September?
I think it was early September last year.
I'll see. When's the first? Hold on. Let me look up when the first week of the regular season is.
Dude, there's a preseason game Thursday.
Yeah, there is.
Really?
I think it's the Jets and the Browns. This Thursday is the first preseason game.
Yeah, it's the Hall of Fame game.
Oh, the Hall of Fame. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to college, too. I love college.
Oh my God, of course. And I like it because it starts just a little bit before.
Yeah, the week before, yeah.
And it
Nice
gets
little
everything
appetizer.
rolling.
Yep.
Dude, waking up that Saturday morning with college game day on, like,
So good. Yeah.
it's the best fucking feeling. Same thing with pro, but it is the best thing on the goddamn planet.
Yeah. Going to Kentucky, Missouri on October 14th. Going out to Kentucky that weekend. I'm going to the races at Keeneland, October 15th. I might do like a video for the show from the horse races. Since I am a jockey on our.
Yeah,
that's right. Fucking awesome. You are a jockey.
You can do a little Ron's jockey segment.
Yeah, there's a huge racetrack in Lexington, Kentucky, Keeneland, and they only run races in April and October. But the rest of it, they do like horse. What's it called? They do horse sales, like
auctions.
Auctions, yeah, for horse races, yeah. Which is it's crazy because you can get like the programs for that. And the amount of the type of people who come to that from all over the world and the money they spend is fucking phenomenal.
Ronnie, you're big money, dude. You should buy a horse.
I should.
Buy a horse and you can name it something ridiculous. Like Cleopatra's Fool's Gold or something. It's always ridiculous what they name those damn horses.
No, I would name my horse Broken Kneecaps.
Oh, dude, yes.
I mean,
Don Sicosios.
Kind of have to.
Yeah.
If I ever owned a horse, his name would be Baby Jabberwocky.
I think just because I would just name mine Jeff.
Yeah, that's good.
That is awesome, actually.
My buddy has a cat named Dave.
Dave.
Awesome. Yeah, Dave's an asshole.
You guys going to any live sporting events anytime soon?
I'm trying to go to the first Fredericksburg Nationals game when Dylan Cruz plays. He was our number 2 overall draft pick here recently. He'll be in Fredericksburg here soon.
Nice.
I just don't know when. But trying to figure that out so I can go to that game because that'll be fucking cool. He should be on the Nationals roster playing in the majors. Possibly even a September call up next season.
Nice.
Yeah. He's that good, supposedly. But he's already he's 22, you know. So
I generally hit a random Marlins game. They're pretty easy.
Yeah.
Tickets are pretty cheap. This is the first season in a long time when they actually have like nice crowds.
That's cool. Yeah.
And then I always go to at least one Dolphins game, and it's
Cool.
usually like the week of I decide to go. I have one of my clients, or customers, or whatever. He owns a big company down here called Walpole. It's like a trucking company or whatever.
Mhm.
I've got to know him over the last decade or so, and they have like a really tidy box down at the Hard Rock.
Nice.
And he was like, "Oh, dude, let's go this year." They give us like 15 tickets. And he's like, no one ever wants to go. Like, I ended up just going, like, me and my wife, and then we got like 13 free tickets. He's like, you ever want to go? I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking go to every game if you want.
Nice.
So,
Oh yeah.
and they're the padded seats.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, hookups
Yeah.
are awesome, man.
I love it, dude.
Yeah. My uncle's a doorman in New York City, and he works. Obviously, the people who live there are rich. They have a doorman. So, somebody in his building had box seats for the old Yankee Stadium. That's the one time I went to see the Yankees Mets. We had those free box seats that somebody just gave him. It was fucking awesome.
Gorgeous.
All right, cool. So I'll talk to you guys next Tuesday.
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Later, guys.
Later.